Hong Kong's influx of mainland Chinese workers puts local job seekers on edge. Hong Kong. Fresh graduate Mark Wong has been on the hunt for a job in Hong Kong even before his official graduation in May. After failing to land a graduate-level job in the past 4 months, the 23-year-old local physics graduate is now applying for roles that do not require a degree. Yet, even those jobs are proving hard to come by, and he is getting more frustrated by the day. Wong attributes the difficult job market to an influx of mainland Chinese workers into Hong Kong, which he feels is worsening the situation for local job seekers like him. Hong Kong's job market is already highly competitive, he told the Straits Times. Mainland applicants, attracted by Hong Kong's salaries and benefits, make it hard for me to compete for the professional, graduate jobs out there. Even in blue-collar roles like the one I'm now applying for, mainland workers are also directly competing for the limited positions. Wong, who has previously applied to no avail for roles like data analyst and software engineer, is now seeking employment as an aviation security officer. But he already feels disadvantaged. My friends have observed that most of the aviation security officers at the airport now are Putonghua-speaking mainlanders, he said. Putonghua is the standard spoken form of modern Chinese, based on the dialect of Beijing. I also learnt from my relative working in that role that almost no locals were recruited into his team this year. The company may see it as more beneficial to hire mainlanders than locals. This makes me feel very stressed and concerned about the future of the job market and the economy in Hong Kong, he added. The rising numbers of imported workers, particularly from the mainland, in recent years appear to be generating growing public discontent among locals. Even former Chief Executive Leung Chun-ing has given voice to the sentiment. Leung, in multiple Facebook posts this year, has raised questions about Hong Kong's policies to import more labor to supplement its workforce. In his latest post in mid-August, he urged greater transparency from the government in addressing whether these workers were potentially taking up more resources, such as in education, housing and medical care, than they were contributing to the city. Hong Kong has implemented policies to plug gaps in its labor force after losing more than 5% of its roughly 3.8 million workers in a mass exodus resulting from social unrest in 2019 and tight COVID-19 restrictions during the pandemic. Two main policies introduced around 2023, the Top Talent Pass Scheme, TTPS, for graduates and high earners, and the Enhanced Supplementary Labor Scheme, ESLS, for semi-skilled workers, are aimed at bringing in non-local workers. Almost all the visas approved under these policies have gone to mainland Chinese. They accounted for 95% of the more than 111,000 visas issued under the TTPS, and 97% of the over 46,000 permits issued under the ESLS since 2023, according to the latest government data. 1 in every 2 visa holders under TTPS applied to have their stay in Hong Kong extended, Labor Secretary Chris Sun said on August 15. In August, the authorities started penalizing firms for the first time for favoring cheaper foreign workers over local ones, after labor unions complained that the practice was becoming prevalent and putting Hong Kongers at a disadvantage. On August 4, a cleaning firm was banned from hiring imported workers for a year after it was found to have refused to hire a suitable local candidate first. On August 29, a restaurant was slapped with a 2-year ban for firing local employees to hire imported ones. In a statement to ST, the government affirmed its principle of according employment priority for local workers, and allows employers to import labor only after confirming that they are unable to fill the vacancies locally. The ESLS requires employers not to displace local workers with imported ones, and mandates that in the event of redundancy, imported workers should be retrenched first. The government said the Labor Department conducts regular inspections to ensure compliance, and has launched an online complaint form for job seekers to report violations, among other measures. It has been an employer's market in Hong Kong over the past year. James Tan, partner and managing director at global talent recruitment firm Nexus Search International, told ST, "It's definitely more challenging for people to get a job, given the soft market and labor import measures," he noted. Some employers have higher expectations of their new hires now that they think it's easier to get candidates who are able to meet all their requirements. Many non-local arrivals do tend to have an edge over the locals, according to Tan. This is the case for highly educated Chinese nationals, especially those who graduated from well-known universities overseas, as they tend to be fluent in both English and Mandarin, and also understand the Chinese culture, he said. The greater competition in Hong Kong's job market is affecting mid to senior level professionals more than those in more junior positions, he added. May, a former bank officer in her 40s who asked to use only her first name for privacy reasons, started applying to other banks nearly a year ago. She has about 2 decades of experience in the finance sector, most recently in a mid-level compliance-related role in a Chinese bank in Hong Kong, which she left in April before securing a new job. Most of the companies I applied to hire many mainlanders. They also have Caucasian expatriates, she told ST. I can't say it's discrimination that the firms didn't pick me, but it does feel like I've lost out to my non-local competitors. It makes me feel like I'm not valued in my own city. Benjamin Elms, managing director at the Hong Kong branch of HR consulting MNC Randstad, said that while non-local workers are helping to alleviate the city's talent scarcity pressures, hiring them is not a broad-based preference over local talent. Within the banking industry, for example, the advantage lies with professionals who have a deeper understanding of overseas markets to build client relationships or navigate complex cross-border transitions, Elms told ST. The advantage that non-local talents have over local job seekers is a direct result of Hong Kong's economic pivot towards cross-border and global business objectives, he said. Employers are now also conducting more rigorous, in-depth interview processes in the face of a more pronounced challenge of skills mismatch in Hong Kong, according to Mr. Elms. The ongoing digital and AI transformation has fundamentally changed what skills companies need, he said. Companies are prioritizing talent that is not just experienced, but also adaptable and ready to make a real impact with new technologies from day one. Wong, the fresh graduate, has been battling a growing sense of despondency as he awaits the results of his latest job application. For now, he is banking on securing the aviation security officer role to gain some work experience, with his sights set on joining the government's discipline services for greater job stability. I'm just frustrated, he said. I feel like the policy of importing workers into Hong Kong is horribly affecting us locals. The Straits Times/ANN